Folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. You can always reach the show at 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700, or chief at fetchernews.com, at FYNTV, at Fetcher News. You can do that, and also you can, at Fetcher News, you can find our YouTube channel, FYNTV, Fetcher News. Subscribe to that, and anytime we're broadcasting a live event, a show, or we upload a video, you'll get a notification. Now, moving right along, last night, and let's go to the first picture of the Blue Ridge City Council. It's not the best picture. We have others, but there's a Blue Ridge City Council last night. And Harold Herndon is sworn in again as a council member. Ken Gaddis is with his wife and children there. New Councilman Ken Gaddis there to the left as we're going left to right. And then with his mother and father, Councilman Nathan Fitz is sworn in. And then we move to the right. Donna Whitener, Mayor Donna Whitener. And I guess over here to the far right that we don't have in the picture is new council member Robbie Cornelius, and also the new, not new council member, Robbie Cornelius, and serving a third term council member Rhonda Thomas. So I say this because there's some things we want to watch for. Now let me make something clear. Go to the Donna Rhonda picture, okay? This is the new city attorney. We'll talk about him in a minute. And keep this up for a minute. I want to be clear here as we start 2018 and the first Blue Ridge City Council meeting on 1/9. I did not attend, okay? I did not attend based on I didn't feel well. I don't feel great today, but I didn't feel well last night. And it was well covered by FetcherNews.com, so I did not personally attend. But I did get briefing from our reporter and our two reporters that were there. We had two there in the room. And we have the video of the meeting that should be on our FYNTV Fetcher News YouTube channel by now, uploaded. But I want to be clear with the people out there, no matter if this is Blue Ridge City Council, Hiawassee, wherever you're at. During this last election cycle, I received pressure concerning this council. Let's see if Fetcher News looks at this council in 2018 the way Fetcher News looked at the council in 2017, or the last 4 years. And my commitment to you is, yes, we will. Our reporters have a clear understanding. Jason Beck will be handling City of Blue Ridge, have a clear understanding what they're to look at, keep an eye on, and watch for. And what are those things? It's real simple. We bring that to one thing: the taxpayers' money, period. I don't care who is in the 5 chairs. You've heard this speech all too many times. The 5 chairs and the chair the mayor sits in belong to the citizens of Blue Ridge. And they have chosen these people by election to serve them and be a good steward of their money. So that's how clear. You understand? Did you see how I could just roll that off? Because, and it's not on a teleprompter, because that's the way we see it, no matter where we go into. So we will aggressively look at this council. We'll look at their spending habits. We'll look at the decisions they make. Now, I call this 2018 the Power Women of Blue Ridge, and I say it for a reason. To my left is Mayor Donna Whitener, serving her 3rd term. She is the mayor. It will be interesting to see what Blue Ridge does with her position, the position of mayor. Will they turn it into a strong mayor? She's a business owner, so I don't think she has the time. That's my opinion. Maybe she does, and none of my business, but maybe she can't go to City Hall at 8 o'clock in the morning and stay to 4 and be a strong mayor / city manager. That would be a strong mayor system. Blue Ridge currently has a weak mayor system. It'll be interesting what Mayor Whitener does with this next term. If she will promote and put before the council a city manager. We will see. Now, to the right is Rhonda Thomas. Rhonda Thomas was elected mayor pro tempore. All right. Or I guess is the way it's pronounced, temporary. Okay. And that's exactly what it really means, is if the Mayor Whitener is not available and there's action needed by the mayor, specifically the mayor of the city, or they have a meeting that they have in front of them that they have to call or do, then Rhonda Thomas would officiate as the mayor over the meeting. Okay, so these are the power ladies, and there is the new city attorney, and these are the power ladies of Blue Ridge, Rhonda Thomas and Mayor Whitener. So we'll keep an eye to see how these two move forward with the issues that you, the citizens, decided that you wanted to campaign promises. So they kept one campaign promise last night. David Syfan is no longer, put David's picture up if you don't mind, please. Mr. Syfan is no longer the city attorney. No longer the city attorney. He was voted out. He was not reappointed last night. A lot of controversy around Mr. Syfan's term as city attorney, and it'll be interesting to see if what the spending will be here in the future for the city of Blue Ridge concerning their legal needs there for representation. So David Syfan is out. Go back to the picture of 3 again one more time. I'm sorry, Sam. Attorney James, I think it's Bali, all right, of Marietta's law firm, Sams, Larkin, Huff, and Bali, was appointed. Now, here's where I have a question, okay? He was appointed Tuesday, January 9th, to replace David Syfan as city attorney during the first Blue Ridge City Council meeting of the year. Bali's appointment was approved by the council 4-1, all right? Everybody voted for him, the entire council, except for Harold Herndon voted against his appointment. So Councilman Harold Herndon voted against this. Here is my... Bali will get $175 an hour with no retainer fee, and only 4 applications for the position were received by the city. Now, if I'm wrong, this is my stepping out. If I'm wrong, I want to know. I did not realize the city was taking applications. Did I miss that? Did they put a public notice on, I don't know, maybe use Fetcher News, the Fan and Sentinel, their legal organ, the News Observer? I don't know if they did. Who did they let know that this position was available? And who are the other 3 if only 4 applicants for the position were received by the city? Who are the other 3? Because see, $175, this may be the best city attorney. This may be great, okay? I'll give it a chance. But here's the reason I have questions surrounding this. Is because every time I've heard in the past, and I was not, I don't remember David Syfan being appointed, okay, as city attorney, but every time in the past, I would hear conversation, who brought Syfan to Blue Ridge? So I would ask, how did David Syfan in Gainesville get the job as city attorney? And I'm going to leave it alone because I don't have it confirmed, okay? But who brought Syfan to Blue Ridge? Who put David Syfan in as city attorney? I would hear that. All I'm saying is the first meeting of the year that they were able to Take the old attorney, put a new one in place, done deal, say we had 4 applicants, we're moving on, nothing to see here. Just saying, just saying. Not being negative, I promise, okay? But I will tell you this. Those are the kind of things that we want to watch for and we want to pay attention to, because I, for one, did not know they were taking applications. Now, I had heard, okay? And for those of you that think something that didn't happen, since the election, I knew the council has been meeting, and they legally can do that. They legally were able to meet because there was no quorum. You see, they had 3 new members, and Rhonda and Harold do not equal a quorum. They have to have a 3rd one. So they could have meeting after meeting that was not open to the public. And don't take that wrong, not like they were hiding, because this is not uncommon. But they have had several meetings. Now, I say several, I don't know how many, but I know they've had several, okay, to be able to hit 2018 hit the ground running. And I'm good with that because everything's legal about it. But I'm thinking that in those meetings of an unofficial council, don't take it wrong, that applicants were being reviewed for city attorney that maybe should have been done in public. Just saying, nothing illegal. Just saying, I will move on from that, okay? Maybe the greatest attorney, I'm going to hold judgment. Just interesting. Second, okay, the second thing, additionally, a decision was made later in the meeting to begin the process to replace Blue Ridge Police Chief Johnny Searcy. Okay, now, interesting enough, they did not make the same decision with the police chief Johnny Searcy, but he was only named interim. Okay. After Whitener asked Bali to explain the county's options according to the city charter, Bali started, the council basically had 2, either to nominate and appoint a permanent police chief, or you can make a motion to allow someone to act as interim chief until such time as the mayor and city council appoint a permanent chief. When Whitener asked if it was possible to have a vacancy, Bali stated he did not recommend this. So I get the impression that Whitener was prepared to have a vacancy, just not reappoint him. But, you know, the city attorney advised not to do this. When Whitener asked, after this, newly appointed Post 3 council member Kenneth Gaddis made a motion for Searcy to serve as interim police chief until the mayor and council were able to find a permanent police chief. After a second from new Post council member Nathan Fitz, the council voted unanimously to approve the transition. So Johnny Searcy is interim police chief of Blue Ridge, interim. Okay, and the motion was made by Ken Gaddis, recommended by the city attorney, seconded by Nathan Fitz, and everybody's unanimous that he's interim police chief today in Blue Ridge and not appointed back to that permanently. And obviously now a search for a police chief is ongoing. Now, my only concern is the 30-day gap over at the police station. Not going to go into a lot of detail on that. The 30-day gap over at the police station. So, all right, and Robert Sneed was reappointed to the court judge. Reappointed Judge Robert Sneed as the municipal court judge, and Joseph Herndon is still the prosecuting attorney. And as I told you earlier, Rhonda Thomas Haight was also voted to serve as mayor pro tempore, I guess temporary, if needed, for Blue Ridge. And let's see who else. Local architect David Goldspeed was also approved to serve as interim building inspector for the city zoning and land development department, interim. Thomas Haight stated in her motion that Goodspeed would serve the city at a limited basis, working only 12 to 16 hours a week on average at a rate of $100 an hour. And moving right along. So that article, the full article by Jason Beck, our reporter at FetcherNews.com, Syfan out as city attorney chief, seriously likely soon to follow. All the details in that article are on FetcherNews.com, Fannin County. You can find that there today and read the entire article of what took place. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And a lot of political posturing yesterday in Fannin County. There was the Fannin County Board of Commissioners meeting, which at this time I don't have details on at this time, and but I do know a lot of political posturing. It's that time of year. Watch who shows up to the meetings. Watch when the meetings are over. Who talks to who. Just pay attention. I'm your host, BKP. All of your commissioners right now are setting the fee, the fee for running for office, and I forget the exact name of the fee, but you have to set the fees, and you have to pay a fee to get on the ballot, and all of those are being set. So it means it's political season in your local counties. And watch the posturing. I'm your host, BKP. When we get back, we're going to wrap it up. Fusion GPS. Oh my God. Someone's already dead? Hillary could not be involved. I know. Say it's not so. I'm your host, BKP. Take us a break.